You gonna increase your chin?
Hello. Howdy there, partner. So we're Brent and Amy. We're the Babbling Boomers. We happen to be boomers. And you might occasionally hear our
We're gonna inflict babbling on them.
Bernedoodle puppy dog that we have.
Is it on?
Anyway,
Is it going?
yeah. So yeah,
What are we doing here, Brent?
we know nothing. We're just anyway. We are going to the movie tonight to see the Jesus Revolution, and well, for a lot of different reasons. You know, one is that we have been, well, we grew up during that time. You know, and I was never down to. It was kind of the hippie time. You know, Costa Mesa. I mean,
Wrap it up, Brent.
because I'm from Oregon, Amy's from Pennsylvania. They didn't even know what was going on back in Pennsylvania. But so anyway, we're looking forward to it. We're going to preview their preview and trailer. Yeah, and we used to call it previews, but we're going to look at the trailer, and you get to look at it with us, and we'll kind of comment as we go along, and we might have a couple of impressions when it's all done. So here we go. You want to turn that baby on, baby? Can you turn it up, volume up? I'm going to turn the volume up.
Square?
I am not a square.
I think we should invite Greg this weekend.
What's this weekend?
These people are hippies, rebels against old-fashioned authority.
I think these kids need help.
They need is a bath.
You're passing judgment on people you know nothing about. Maybe that's why your church is so empty.
When God walks in here, brings me a hippie, I'll ask him what it's all about, because I do not understand.
This house has a very good vibe. There's an entire generation searching. Slow down, just in all the wrong places. If you want to reach my people, you need to speak to them in a language they understand.
If I bring them in, I'm going to lose my job.
We can only walk through doors open to us. In your church, that's a door that's shut.
Next year.
I've noticed we have some guests here today. I'd like you to meet my new friends. Welcome.
They don't belong here. Half of them aren't even wearing shoes.
They're staining the new shag carpet.
They need our help. If you feel like you're misunderstood and judged, you will find forgiveness and freedom right here.
That was awesome.
Now that door is open any time of day. And if there are some who don't like that, well then that door works both ways.
All right, Pastor, let's begin.
I was almost done with this, but then you did what nobody else would even dare.
So this is Chuck Smith, right?
This thing that we found, I feel like I belong. You're gonna need a bigger church.
Our country is a dark and divided place, but now there's hope, and it's spreading.
This is your home, and I want you to tell all your friends about it.
There was a book first.
Was there a book first? Yeah, so
What's it based on?
yeah, it's based on, well, it's historical.
It's a true story.
Yeah, so Chuck Smith was a pastor of a little failing.
Calvary?
Was it? No, I think he renamed it Calvary. I think, I'm not sure what kind it was, but yeah, and it's true. I read the book on how it happened. Not this book, but so all these hippies start showing up, and they had just put new carpets in the church, and the board, whoever his leadership person, well, we can't have that. You know, we can't have these people in here. So it ended up all the old people left, pretty
What
much.
does that have to do with the carpet?
Because they were getting the carpet dirty. They were sitting on, didn't have shoes on.
Well, you didn't say that.
Yeah. So you don't wear shoes, you track all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you think about the trailer?
Looks good. I can't wait to watch it on the big screen
Yeah, so
in about an hour and a half.
I had a cup of coffee with my friend this morning, and he had seen it last week, and he said, well, bring your tissues. So I don't know. Didn't seem to be sad to me, but Anyway, Jonathan Rumi, I mean, I like him. He's in The Chosen, and we've been watching The Chosen along. So anyway, that's a quick reaction to this trailer.
We'll
and
let you know what we think when we're done.
We're going to watch it tonight and let you know after that. So, cheerio. So we just walked in the door after watching the Jesus Revolution. And
in the theater.
In the theatre. In the theater, we're going to give you our dogs here, so demanding attention. Anyway, we're going to tell you what we thought about it. It's actually a very interesting movie. What's your
well,
overall?
It was fun to time travel back, to the same music and clothes and everything that was popular when I was 18.
Yeah. So it's about the hippies. Now,
we were some.
Amy was a hippie because you went to that big rock festival?
Yeah.
What was that called?
It was like Woodstock, but 2 years later, it was 600,000 people, kids, at Watkins Glen with Allman Brothers, Grateful Dead, and the band.
Yeah.
Woo!
Where I was a more straight-laced guy, I was... what year was that in? 72?
Yeah, it would have been 71 or 72.
Yeah, so that's the time period that the Jesus freaks were.
Mm-hmm. They didn't reach that group that I was with.
No. So
anyway,
Amy was with that group, and I was working at a little church in Des Moines, Iowa, in 72, and that's when all this was happening. So I've got more of the religious background. And it brought back a lot of memories. So it's like, wow, I didn't know all this. It's very historic. And if you're an old fart like myself, or not Amy, of course, but if you were around in the 72 and were conscious, you might remember some of these things. So it was a good movie. And Fraser was like the perfect guy to cast Chuck Smith. I've never met Chuck Smith personally. But I've watched him on, movies, and Fraser just was... Fraser, yeah, Kelsey Grammer. I know. Fraser up there. Anyway, Kelsey Grammer did a great job. And then Jonathan Rumi, of course, sort of did look like Jesus. Of course, he plays Jesus in the Chosen. But
yeah, it was good. It was. I liked that the character of Lonnie Frisbee loved the hippies. He loved that group, and he saw how much they needed to leave the drugs and stop being hopeless, and that was what he was answering. But really, the movie was all about Greg Laurie, and he was in the Calvary Church, and eventually started his own church, and they talked about it at the end of the movie. But
yeah, so I think the book was what you said. The book was written by Greg Laurie.
Yeah.
So he was there taking notes, and I don't know if you ever heard of Greg Laurie, but he's fairly well renowned and spoken to many thousands. But it kind of took me back. Gosh, was that 50 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
At least. Yeah, 51.
So anyway, good movie. Go see it if you can have a chance.
I was disappointed that they didn't talk about John Wimber, who was the founder of the Vineyard, who was part of that group. Never mentioned a John.
Yeah, I think he was toward the end of it, but I think they're streamlining the story.
Yeah.
And
because Lonnie Frisbee, the one who was the itinerant preacher that went around, had an amazing effect on the Vineyard.
Yeah.
And sort of launched that group of churches too.
It's probably more than you ever wanted to know about it, but we liked the movie.
Oh.
And
on
a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it about a 7, 8, 7.5 over you.
Yeah.
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 And,
I mean, Brent cried more than I did.
It's the guys. If any of you folks are watching
it's low T, honey.
I'm I'm not sure what that means. But if any of you are watching The Chosen, it's the guys it gets to. I don't.
Well, you sob louder than I do.
I don't sob. It's just the stream, It's not the boo-hooing, but it's like it's manly crying, where you don't show it.
Yeah.
You're glistening down the side. So anyway.
And it was fun that the actor who plays Matthew in Chosen had a cameo in this as a hippie.
Yeah, that was good. So anyway, hey, we had a great time going. Thanks for watching our little video on before the movie and afterwards. So we'll
go see it. It's worth
go see it for this, and tell them the bumbling and what are we, the buffooning? No, the babbling. The babbling boomers sent you. So have a great day, great life.
He can't talk.
Can't talk. Yeah.